And this is actually, no, this is just like, I mean, you'd expect a 5 Jakiro here, but it's not clear, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like it could be a 5 Jakiro, definitely.
Because I feel like
it's a very strong laner.
I mean, you want some priority and farm for Nyx, right? Because it is such a good Nyx game. So you'd like him to be able to get some items so he can make more plays across the map.
5 seconds remaining.
I'm really at a loss. I'm not completely sure how they will lane this.
That's OG.
That's OG, exactly. Jakiro most clearly is played on 5 right now, and that's how it should be. So if you're looking at your standard lanes, it should be Jakiro, Prophet, safe lane. But then what's happening with Third Spirit and Nyx Assassin, because that really isn't the best lane on the off lane. So something should switch there. Also TA, Viking GG taking a page out of Bates' book, because they used the TA versus Thompson's Vengeful Spirit and they crushed him. I mean, they still lost, but the lane was really good for Dandy. And I think it's very similar here in a way in which TA should do really well versus the draft.
Well, I'd say this draft is better
mid one Jakiro.
TA draft.
I like this a lot more. This is really... That's why I had that small little pause after you said Jakiro 5, because I really think you can't lane Earth Spirit and Nyx Assassin. It's not that great, but... Jakiro plus one of these guys is going to be really good. You have Jakiro that brings a lot of magic damage from the back, and then you have his bodyguard, you know, Saxon Earth Spirit protecting him. And same goes for the safe lane, in which Notil will be protecting Sumail. Yeah. I like this a lot from them.
I mean, you say his bodyguard, like, Jakiro itself doesn't really need a bodyguard. Like, both of these heroes are able to brawl so easily, and it does feel like Shaz is going to have a pretty tough start to his lane. Unless maybe you try and catch them. Like, maybe if you try and switch it up and force them to lane against, like, the Trent here. I mean, like, Trent can maybe handle it better.
You have Enchantress. He'll be able to get the creep early on if they manage to unblock that hard camp, and then with that creep, perhaps you can pressure the Jakiro. He's not super strong because... yeah, he is good on when he's on the safe lane and he's a support, but on an off lane, if you find him out of position, you can take him down with Bloodseeker and Enchantress, so it is possible. And remember that they are playing Weaver plus Treant versus Sumail and Notil, and that lane could go well, possibly well for Viking as well.
Thompson is going to be a big priority for them, but this has kind of been the strength for OG as well. It's like Sumail, Thompson, you know, one of them you shut down, but there's always the other one hitting the creeps, and 2 fights in, it starts to look good, but then all of a sudden, you know, maybe Sumail shows up with a 2k net worth lead and punishes you.
30 seconds.
A lot of region on the supports of Viking GG.
They came to fight. Celery bought 3 tangos and double fairy fire, and they are firing already. Saxa will be first blood, and Templar Assassin gets it.
Waiting for the couriers, right? Of course, I'm stupid. he planted this ward. I was overthinking it, but look, they did block too hard, and the creep wave is under their tower, which isn't that great.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, the ward alone allows you to know if they're actually bothering to block the wave. If they're doing just a tiny bit, then okay, let up. We don't need to block us.
Sumail is taking a lot of damage on top though, because he's solo laning versus the Weaver and Treant. He's burning through his region.
He's committed to this now. Notel's like, no, this has to work, but he's going to be kicking himself when he sees the courier coming slightly after this. In fairness, though, it was just Celery's courier, so it's not like you're yoinking Shad times away.
Can they get him, though? Celery is really low, but yeah, he should be fine.
He'll just back up. Yeah, he's got the enchant. He's got loads of regens we already highlighted. Did have to use one of the fairy fires, at least.
Yeah, there's so much kill potential. I think these lanes are going to be very volatile. On the bottom lane and on the top too. If you get them low on top lane, suddenly a lot of terrorist charges. Oh,
look at Toby. Toby might just go down here. Fairy fire, and it looks like we'll get away with this. Notel's taking a lot of damage, so he'll have to back up. In fact, they might just kill him. Yeah, if they get the
He does have Mango.
They stun. Nope, doesn't get it out. Shikuchi hits just before he can completely impale.
Yeah, and he did waste the Mango as well, remember, to try and turn and stun. That's pretty well played by Viking GG, and you have to understand that this Orb of Venom Treant Protector slows you so much with the Nature's Grasp as well. Bottom lane,
Mid one, batted away. Shad chasing on. Mid one's gonna go down first. Shad won't die either. He's too fast. The first gets him away. Meanwhile, top, they were pressuring again. I mean, Sumail, he needs some sort of assistance here. And you'd think out of any hero, like Nyx is one of those top tier ones where it's like, yeah, he can protect. But as you said, that Uv, that grass, all you can hope to do is TP out and live.
They are really, really strong on top lane. You have the Swarm to work with for that minus armor, then Aramis hits you with 94 damage. It's not easy to play there. And look at mid, Thompson. Yeah, he does have a lot of CS, but that's because he's been already farming the jungle.
Yeah, I mean, he's been trying to get the refractions out with multi-shots to speed it up a bit, but Boom just has to back behind the creeps, and all of a sudden, you don't worry about losing the charges. It's a bit problematic.
Radiant structures.
Actually, yeah, Boom. He's going to
Boom is diving him, yeah.
He's going for it. Thompson, he's got tangos. He needs to eat out of here quick. Instead, he turns and fights. Gust is out, but he's dead.
Tower is under attack.
I mean, he had a tango. He could have tried to outrun that because, you know, yes, TA is faster, but that's short range.
This is not going well for OG at all. At all. Mid lane is crushed. Top lane, okay, there's a lot of CS on Sumail, but he is pressured, but bottom lane as well. Mid one, he's falling really low again.
Yeah, Shad's just kind of being relentless here. He did actually completely skip the blood right, so he's just all in on the first, which, considering how the other lanes are brawling, I can respect that decision.
Yeah, it actually is a little bit surprising because you do have Enchant to work with, which is an amazing slow. So I expected maybe, you know, like blood right into Enchant and then you can't get out, no way. But yeah, the thirst worked out so far for him. Top lane, they're diving Sumail.
And they might be able to get him here. He finally gets rid of the Swarm Sprouts to try and protect himself, but Aramis is master all trees and just walks on through.
You really can't hide in the trees versus Aramis, right? Oh, Toby.
It's going to be close. He can't get the final hit, though. Now No Tail might want to be a bit careful.
He might die.
He got Spike Carapace, actually, but Toby won't go for the additional attack.
So, you have bugs to work with. Oh. Sumail, he's thinking about it.
I mean, he's Treacy everything. He's just messing with Toby right now. He does not have the mana for Shuchi, and that's an easy kill.
Got him. Yeah, that was a sad death for the Weaver.
It's that moment you're like just pinging your supports, like, please help me.
Macros help you with pushes too, and mid one.
Yeah, he's just gonna die. I was about to say, like, the big problem you have here is he's become. Boom, gets the final hit. That's how he realizes it was a bad move in the end. He's going to try and run away, and he has got the refraction coming off cooldown. Thompson does need to be careful because he could bait himself towards his death. Boom. Can he get the deny? Refraction batted away. They say, no, you don't. He actually
gets a kill! And the courier!
All right, that
is... Did that guy?
If I
was out on the mid lane, I think he had it.
He panicked after the multi-shot finished, basically. Maybe there was a call from Aramis saying, nah, we could probably turn this. Speaking of which, Aramis is in the top lane and No Tail, they'll turn on him.
Man, I'm being inspired to play Tree and Protector.
You want to punish that. Just like they punish No Tail's Courier. Cool thing.
Can they punish the drow in the jungle now?
Just TP lol is not gonna work this time. The Centaur stomp just a moment too late. Oh, that's painful.
Imagine if that Centaur stomp prevented the TP in the first place, dude. That's so triggering. Bottom lane.
Moving in, Shad cuts the trees and looks to move away. Blood Right's only going to clip on the mid one, and it looks like Viking GG are going to lose their boss one.
I like his build though. He's going for Blade Mail. He didn't get the Chainmail there, it was just flying over to him. But I think it's a pretty solid build to go for.
Yeah, it makes sense, right? Because we already highlighted this draft is about TAs, and it's lining up in a way that you should just be back in Boom's plays. And this allows you to
it gives you good stats, and you're playing versus TA and Prophet, which are pretty much glass cannons, and Jakiro is a core, remember, so all of these heroes will suffer versus Blade Mail and can't really avoid it.
Yeah, that's true. You're up against the Drow and the Prophet, and then, you know, the T. If you had a TA, then you'd hate building the Blade Mail. He's just casually. He does this from time to time. It's a pos 5. Someone has to die. However,
maybe if you got it earlier, Sumail.
Aramis was trying to cap this outpost. He fails to do so. So both sides will get their XP. Sumail, no real way to kill Shad. He'd have to get past him to put the Sprout down. Oh, okay. That's one way to give him an opportunity to kill, is if you accidentally cut the wrong tree.
I mean, there's 4 heroes here. Even if you cut the wrong tree, even if he did cut the right tree, he'd get some Yules or something like that. Bottom lane.
Moving in. Aramis batted away from trees towards trees, and Saxa goes, wait, this isn't the way we do this. He was just TP out. Barely makes it out. And everyone else from OG will be able to retreat because Viker, they don't really have a way of stopping TPs. Which is awkward when you say it out loud. No Tail in a bit of trouble. And he will go down. But as you say, mid one in the mid lane, moving in, boom. He will die for this. He does get the kill, but Thompson says very much worth. Thank you.
That was such a bait because he literally ran into him from the back, and he knew that Sumail can port in together with Thompson's damage. One thing that Jakiro is really good here is getting rid of refraction charges, right? And because of that, Boom might suffer a little bit on this TA. He needs to be very careful how he plays against the Jakiro.
That can be the tough part for the TA in this game overall, right? And Vikings' overall strategy, having the TA as the win condition, is you're up against an Earth Spirit, a Jakiro, even the Treants from the Nature's Prophet. There are plenty of ways to just rip through the refraction.
Actually, Sumail is doing a different build this time around. Usually, not every game, but sometimes, let's say 60% of the time, I do see him with a Maelstrom early on, which boosts his farming potential a little bit as well. This game around, he's going for an Orchid first, which is really, really good when you're playing versus a Weaver versus TA. All these heroes need their spells to stay alive to kind of joke your damage. They might go for Rosh. Dazo is completed, by the way, not the dagger. You see this?
I mean, when the game goes like this, you switch it up, especially with Toby just having the swarm, so you can easily melt for Rosh. Won't take them very long, although Toby needs to stop getting Poma bashed.
Yeah, that's like minus 25 armor at this point. Rosh is just falling so quickly.
There you go. Aegis in the hands of Boom, and gold-wise, you know, the Blink is still a few minutes out, but now they can just start plowing through towers to get it all the quicker.
Toby is already preparing for the Orchid. He's building a Yules on his Weaver. Now, it's a good item to give you some extra catch because they're really lacking it, but also is really good versus the silences.
I don't blame Sumail for doing this. Like, I think you need to be active because you know that Thompson's the one that will be farming, right? So you need some fighting type items. Speaking of which, Thompson, a bit of trouble for him. Stomp's going to come from the center, and Toby, if he Shikuchis, he might kill himself here. He actually need to throw down the ice buff. Thompson pushes one away. Toby will be the one dying here.
They don't have ice pad. They don't have ice pad. That's why they can't catch Weaver with it, but they do have the cast, and it was good enough. That silence is for a 3 seconds duration, so that's pretty cool to use.
No Tail might pay for this D-Ward. Rupture comes out, and no TP for 5 seconds. You know, he broke the most important law of facing off against Bloodseeker. Always have the TP ready.
Is anyone else on Boom? No. Blade Mail into SNY on Bloodseeker.
Fight in the same area. This time Viking bring more heroes. However, they are still outnumbered. Thompson will take down Celery. Now Boom is just being kited and ignored. The Orchid's going to come out now. They're trying to tick out that Aegis, and they will do so exactly that. Already down. Slows on the Shad to stop him from reinforcing. And with Aramis here, they might just let this one go.
Damn, Shad,
he's trying to kite. He's trying to actually juke him out and actually tank for them. From the back line, Toby comes in. He'll snipe one out. Thompson's down. And OG, I mean, it looked like a solid posturing until you realize flanking definitely hurts them. As Drow's brought down, there's no damage left on the side of OG. And Toby, with this DD, just melting through the heroes on the side of Dark.
This is what I'm talking about. Like, give Viking their heroes, give them their comfort zone. They can outplay the best of us. And really well played there. However, where did the outplay come from? It came from Shad having 15 magic wand charges that allowed him to get on top of Drow, and also Weaver just being there with the double damage, getting there in time from the back to kill off the Drow. Oh, the Orchid is here.
Has he got him? They need another silence, and there it is. They'll be able to kill off Toby. Good kill coming out from OG.
A lot of lockdown, like Viking GG, that means a lot.
Speaking of the man with the Macfire himself, mid one's going to get caught out and brought to a... It's more the burst potential of OG. It's not this attrition warfare that we're used to seeing these days.
No tail, he's spotted.
That hurt. That really hurt. And he'll be brought down, blink away. And they bait in Earth Spirit. Sumail cancels it, baits his own team in. As they see it's a bad fight, they actually have to bail and leave both the OG supports behind. And mid one, he's not out either. They're still hunting for more. They'll take his courier, they'll take him, they'll take everything. Now they'll take the tier 2 mid.
Toby is so confident that he ignores him, gets the courier first, and then turns for mid one too. And they're really destroying OG right now. It's a really good game for Vikings, at the moment at least. And that Atos coming in clutch for Aramis. Again.
Yeah, speaking of it, there it is again. They even rush through to make sure he can't escape. He's got a TP, and he'll look to get away. But the Yule's going to be there. No Tail trying to save the day, but unable to do so as they bring down Thompson. Nice time lapse just in time by Toby, and he gets the Shikuchi, so Saxa can't stop him. They might actually get more kills at this rate if OG aren't careful. They do see No Tail. They'll slow him down. He's in payoff. He's sanced up. Now Sansa's going to go on to Toby. They need to stun him up and do a lot more damage to burn through him. Macropart, Ice Path, he's dead. But Sumail, he might give his life in return for this. He will go down. So far, 3-for-1 trade. But I think Viking aren't done scourging through the bargain bucket as they bring down a 4th member of OG.
This comp game is it is kind of hard to do that because there's a lot of mobility on Viking. Your Bloodseeker is just zooming about with his Blade Mill and SNY. Then Weaver does the same. They're just so mobile on these two cores.
Thompson. Seeing that mobility, allows him to scout the smoke. They're trying to go for him now, and Chance is going to be low, and the Yule's going to come out, which means that Weaver can time lapse off. No, the silence comes out. He's still alive, though. They didn't kill him in time. We'll time lapse to get only a tiny sliver of health back, but they're cutting them out. They go in now. Sax against Melfru. Sumail next in the hit list. The silence comes out for Sumail, forced to fight. 3 dead on the side of OG, all for an Enchantress, but they're not done. Shad has been cutting out every sort of CC in this fight, and as a result can just run them down. Double kill for him as he kills Shakiro, and No Tail, he'll throw out a stun, but he ain't taking any of that one. Looks like... Who is Viking gonna find? There it is, No Tail's been seen. He'll actually use the Spike Carapace, but the net comes out. Stun under 1, 4-star forward.
Good stun.
He's kind of pretty damn well here. They're not coming to assist him, and Viking realize this, so they'll kill him off still. They might just go mid now.
Look at Toby and his item progression. It's not something that you see on an offlane Weaver all that often, but he's going Yules into Lotus Orb. Just proves to you, who cares what the meta dictates? Like, who cares about what the normal items are? Just get what you need in the game.
I mean, your cores aren't dying. You're the one usually dying. They might try and kill Boom here, but still got that Aegis to work with, and Saxa baits himself into his own death by the looks of it. Celery with that impetus build, as we said, does a lot of damage. Nice stick to keep him alive.
Yeah, and the mech from mid one as well, but top lane, Dobson.
Yep, the net comes out onto Thompson, the holding the Yule, so he can't even try and TP out, even if he had it, and that's an even better kill. 50 seconds without the Drow, back to the base.
They tried to go on the TA mid lane because Weaver was TPing top to hunt down Sumail and Thompson. Thompson never had a TP off cooldown, and because of that, Weaver just solo catches him.
Oh, now they're going to catch more sacks up. Ooh, brought low. The blood right won't be quick enough, though. But the tower isn't so lucky to have a way of moving away.
They see No Tail.
They do.
Has no Carapace.
It's like, play with yourself, buddy. See how it works out for you. Spike Carapace to try and stun up on the Bloodseeker, but no way to beat into Viking right now. And in the end, No Tail just ticks down. Bloodseeker kills him off.
It was actually Rupture that killed him because...
Oh, he actually just ran again.
Yeah. Because he used the Blood Right in such a way that he had to move. Mid one.
Mid one's gone. Mid one, I'm done. And so Saxa as well. At this rate, OG are getting very close to being done themselves. As Viking are not letting up. The buyback's going to come up from the Earth Spirit. Weaver's been caught on the side. Doesn't have time lapse. There's going to be a silence coming out. The roll through is good as well, so it looks like they'll be able to kill off the bug. But the rest of the side of Viking will easily retreat.
Coming for sure in the next couple of minutes.
Where Sumail is. Aramis finds him. Overgrowth is going to come out. And Sumail Sumel crying for his mama at this point. He'll try and get out with a TP. Do they have the damage? It looks like he'll be able to make it out. That silence was good. Meant that Templar Assassin could not use the meld. But however, there is someone else hanging around. Saxa, he won't be so lucky. Nice block on the rollout by Shad. Gets them the kill.
What about no-tail?
No detection.
No
He's a
detection.
carry, Liz. They don't carry detection. That's not their job.
They saw him in the sentry as he was passing by, but they didn't have any more detection, sadly, for them. As well. These wards are also on point from Celery.
Definitely setting up kill after kill. Let's see if they'll find another one. As Thompson's been spotted by Toby. And we already said you can't TP out against this Weaver because of his build. Sumel is coming though. He decides against it when he sees that there's reinforcements. And Thompson's just dead. Maybe you can take someone with him. Doesn't look like it though. Mid one's now in trouble also. He'll try for the TP out.
Weaver.
He can't. He's out of range.
Yeah, he couldn't reach. He was trying to reach from the cliff, yeah.
Meanwhile, on the bot lane, they're going in on the boom, but he has the BKB, so no tail is down. Sumel needs an out. He's already used the Orchid. He has no way to try and turn around them. And Aramis, he hasn't got the ATOS for 9 seconds. However, Sumel, everything is on cooldown. There's no TP out for him. He'll Sprout to try and lock in boom. Now Aramis has the ATOS. He can just hold on to it. He's like, where the hell are you going? Oh, back to base? Okay, we'll give you a helping hand with that.
Yeah, really well played by Aramis there. And then Boom as well to scout him out with the trap. Also Sumel thinking about sprouting himself and then realizing, wait, this isn't gonna really accomplish anything. I need to sprout the TA. Like you can see how they're really thinking so well under pressure, but at this point for OG you can think as long as you want, as much as you want. You're so far behind.
Yeah, Viking don't need to think as much as just hit, and they're trying to do that right now. Boom though, jumped on too low. Macropie stuck in the Sprout. He's going to tick down to this. Stun gets the kill, and now 85 seconds on the TA, but you're losing everything else on the side of OG. Sumel interrupted from TPing away. Shad's BKB has ran out now. Maybe with Thompson's buyback, they can force them away. But Toby says, no, we go deeper. Sumel going to be found. 90 seconds dead and gone. That was his dieback. Now they don't need to leave. Yeah, you don't have a TA, but you've still got a Bloodseeker and a Weaver that are just out of control at this stage. We'll try and slow it, but Shad has the blade mail, and Thompson's feeling a lot more pain than he is. So much armor on this Bloodseeker, up to 50 armor at that stage, and no tail. He'll wish he had that much armor as he gets melted down by the right clicks and brought on through for more as they'll chase in onto the Jakiro, yields up, buys a little bit of time, but for what? Ice Puff goes down. Shad's still a little bit too tanky. 20 seconds until the BKB's available. Blood Right will force Thompson away, and Shad, he has the movement speed to keep on chasing the Gust. Who cares? You don't need spells as a Bloodseeker. Just right click until they go down. Thompson got him to get the heal though, and as a result, Toby now in a little bit of trouble himself. He's got the time lapse. He wasn't there to save the day, but Celery with the right clicks will bring down Thompson. That'll be his dieback as well. Toby will use up and look to move away the Shikuchi, but no chance as there's a roll through from Saxa.
Or maybe he will.
He's tanky enough. The living armor coming out from Aramis saves the day, but Aramis will have to die for this one. Just sits there and goes, God damn, carries always getting me killed.
That's just a dieback on almost something. But yeah, not for long.
Yeah.
Not for long, really. The TA is coming back. She's got that 9 seconds BKB as well. Toby.
Oh, if they can actually get a pick off on Toby before things can start to get back together for Viking, they can get some momentum here. And there's the stun coming out right now. The Ice Bar follow-up. Toby, very good. Very annoying and very much punished.
He will get close to it before Rush falls.
Roche is begging for someone to come save him because this is hurting. He's just gone.
Yeah.
Too late. That's an abort. They've got to turn and run. They see it straight away. The smoke is going to be used to get back to safety.
Yeah, this move could work for OG if they weren't like 30k behind, you know? This systematic approach in which you go close, set up the wards, outpush the lanes, then go into the pit. I think this situation needed more of a Davai move from No-Tail.
Well, some of the boys are quite rightly feeling a bit scared though, considering how the last fight they took went with the diebacks in their own base. You know, it's a hard game to approach. 28,000 net worth lead for the side of Viking. These are heroes that use it at this stage of the game as well. Use it quite well.
MKB and Aegis is on TA. Who's got the shard? Okay, the shard is on the Bloodseeker. And he also has an AC completed.
Yeah, and if this goes any longer, we will end up having Axe because he's already halfway towards it. At that point, the same frustrating meta Weaver we're used to comes into play, but Thompson, he's in trouble with the current form of Weaver. They jump straight in, see him melt through him, he's down for 80. They're not done hunting though. They're going to move forward looking for more. Go Scepter, but guess what? We've had a Yules. Don't say that often, but we're saying it in this game quite a lot because it's setting up a lot of kills and preventing a lot of escapes. As another one falls and Toby moves forward looking for more. In the mid one. No tails nearby. Toby, though, he's got that cheese. He's still pretty tanky. And now Celery, he just unleashes the beast as he wails on this Jakiro. You wouldn't believe he's a core right now. And Sumail, TPing to his fountain. He's going to wish he was like a normal Nature's Prophet in a pub game this experience and just TP away. But they've got to fight. Like, it's do or die. Because there's no way Viking are leaving your base now.
They have one more Raxus. They're not giving up.
Not for long, Liz. Unless they do something in the next 5 seconds, it's gonna be dead. And they done something. They gave another kill to Boom. That's Jakiro dead and gone for 80 seconds, and No Tail not really sure what the hell he's meant to do here. Watch his base die, I guess. Not much else left to do. GG.
Nah, he's gonna creep skip.
Can't do it. Well, yeah, Sumail is doing the creep skip. This is more like I'm going to inflate my GPM for the end stats.
Yeah, that's literally what it is. Yeah. Very well played by Viking. I think they unlocked their draft